The regular council meeting of the Village of Armada will now come to order. Will everyone stand for the pledge of allegiance to the flag? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I have a roll call now, please?
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Cronin.
Here.
Watt.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Cooper. Here. Belkey. Here.
Next is approval of the agenda. Was the council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I'll move the agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Next is the citizen comments. Anyone in the audience would like to address the council at this time?
That would be me, Susan DeMille. I am the owner of Properties Unlimited in Armada and also Susan's Art Gallery. I'm here this evening to ask if we could possibly put some flags on the light poles. If you go into Romeo, it says welcome to Romeo, and then they have kids artwork from the elementary school, and then it says sponsored by. Now in the village itself, it was the DDA that bought some flags that go up at like holidays, and it's a festive one, and then we have the wreaths that go up there too. And the rest of the year we have nothing. And if you go into K-PAC, they have those same flags that say welcome to K-PAC, and then they've got some floral arrangements. Well, Miss Monet, who's from the Armada Elementary School, she had approached me and asked me, well, could we do something like that in, like they did in Romeo? And I think it's a great idea. So what I am proposing is that I would go back to my fellow business owners and we would pay to have that done. I've already gone over to Josh at API. We want to keep our business in Armada. And what we would do is have a contest at the school for each grade and take the 3 top for 1st, 2nd through 5th. And then Josh would scan that onto a banner and then, you know, put welcome to Armada. And we had that out all year. And I think that that's lovely. Now Romeo, at the end of the year, takes that banner down and then they give it to the family. And the child's name is put on there, first name only, not last name. And then the next year you start all over again. And I think it'd be a great welcoming to Armada. It's not going to cost the village anything because our business owners would pay for that. And the only question I had is can we do it? And the second one, which we're checking into with Ed, I believe that there's 2 poles. There's one up there now, and I think
there's only one bracket. He came in and talked to me today.
Oh, he did. There's only one bracket.
The top bracket.
Okay. So we'd have to make something that would fit for that. And so anyway, that's the question that I have. Would you, the board, allow us to have that welcome to Armada?
How wide are they, Sue? You know,
They're just like this
The banners,
and then this.
yeah.
They're regular.
Like
Yeah.
12 by 24 or something like
Exactly.
that?
Yep, that's what Josh was telling me.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
It's excellent.
I like it.
It's a good idea, I think. What's the council think?
Sure.
I like it.
Do you need a motion?
Yeah, we should.
Well, we can't do a motion in citizen comments. They have to be
Oh,
on
that's
another
right.
agenda.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to the businesses maybe and find out if they want to actually do it, and then we can put it as an agenda item, make
For
a
the
formal
next meeting?
motion on it.
Well, I've already went to 6 businesses and they're all for it.
Okay.
So I don't think we have 8 on each side, so that's 16. And I don't think I'll have a problem at all getting the business owners to say, yes, we'll do that. They love the idea of promoting our elementary students with their beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
It's very endearing and it's just going to make our downtown look that much nicer. And I think that's a win-win. Win for the kids and win for Armada.
Sure.
Absolutely. What was your intention? How soon would you want to put them on?
God bless you.
God bless you. I was thinking that in the fall, Marcia would have to coordinate that, but I was thinking in the fall we could do that. So we've got the summer to get all the logistics done, but I don't think we.
Takes roughly 6 weeks or so with me working with them. So maybe by October or so, if I get
Just
started
somewhere
right
in
away.
there.
Bring
Yeah.
that to the next meeting.
October, November. It takes. I don't like rushing them, so it takes roughly 6 weeks, good weeks with them, working with them to get the artwork to look nice.
Right, yeah. And so you're looking at probably after Christmas then, putting those up.
That would be a good time for me.
Yeah.
Because then that wouldn't interfere with our
With
wreaths
the holidays,
and what
yeah.
the DDA, they've got one that's,
Yeah.
you know, that could go up there. So as soon as they're done, our Christmas tree's down, then we can put up our,
That would be
That'd be
good.
cool.
and then that would give it time to run for the contest too. So I think that would be a good thing. And Mike Mussery, the superintendent of the schools, has given a thumbs up, and Dan and Kurt, Mr. Sutton and Mr. Davenport have given a thumbs up as well. So everybody's on board, and it's just up to all of you.
Well, I think we'll bring that back to the next meeting.
Next meeting, yeah.
For
So it's our,
formals, but-
second meeting
Formal
down in
approval.
June.
Great idea.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, go for it.
Yeah.
So that will,
And they would leave those up year round then?
Yep.
Once they were up, they
Yep,
just
and then we'll
stay
take
up
them
year
back down when, you know,
holidays.
the
Holidays
holidays
come.
comes back, and
Okay.
then we'll, you know, redo the same thing. So I think it'll be a good thing.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
nice.
So
Sounds
the only thing that the village would have to do though is have the DPW put them up and take
Exactly.
them down.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be expected, just so everybody's,
Yeah,
yeah.
Get that approved, and
Yeah.
that would be really good. Romeo's been doing it for 2 years, and they've had a great success, and the whole village and community just love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very endearing.
Very personal,
Yeah.
nice touch for a small village.
It is.
well, it's working together, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Sue.
Thank you.
Susan. Anyone else who would like to address the council at this time? No one else? Okay, there's no presentations tonight. Administrative reports, you have them in your packet. Building department, liaison reports, anyone kind of liaison want to report?
Well, since Chris wasn't able to make our last meeting, I failed to inform him that the dates were changed, so he would,
I didn't even pay attention to what
Well,
it was on Memorial Day.
yes, it is.
I apologize, I feel
that's fine. So Chris would like to give a report now.
embarrassed. I'll be real brief. This is the sewer report for the month of April. We didn't have any MPDS permit exceedances for that month. This thing's 2 months old now. I'm going to go over it briefly. The refrigeration unit went out on the effluent composite sampler. It is a old Hawk Sigma 1600. You cannot get parts. You can't get a new refrigeration unit. I did have HVAC contractor come out. They gave me one quote to put in a retrofitted condenser refrigeration unit. That was Tony's HVAC. They quoted me about $3,800. I am looking at this, seeing due to the age of the sampler and the age of the sample pump that pumps the effluent up through the sampler, I'm looking at prices for a new sampler. I hate to see you spend $4,000 on a sampler and have something else break on it that you can't fix in the next year or so. So I'm doing all our due diligence to try to get the best option for you guys. Right now, we're using our portable sampler head and using the sampler we have on site for the refrigeration to keep the samples cool. That maintenance cap in this report has been updated. There's been about $1,000 taken off the maintenance cap. I don't agree with it, but my higher up said yes. So there was oils and greases and belts and things of that nature taken off of it. So there's about $1,000 off of it on the maintenance cap. We still have exceeded it, and I've been getting approval from Steve on things that have to be done at the plant. The mechanical bar screen that you guys gave the PO for is being picked up tomorrow finally. Hydrodyne wanted a million pictures and wanted it cleaned up, so there was not a drop of grease or anything on it, but they are going to be picking that up tomorrow between 8 and 1 to send it out for rehabilitation. The plumbing contractor was out today. He was going to install the redundant RPZs. He had the wrong size ones on his truck. He's going to make it back out this week. He said to put us installed 1.5 inch ones that were approved. And I want to say April's council meeting. We've been trying to get electrical contractors to come look at the emergency explosion-proof lights. All the commercial contractors say they're too busy right now, so we found a couple smaller electrical contractors. One of them was Red Electric out of Elmont. They were out on Friday. They're supposed to be getting us proposals on what it would need to fix them, a couple fixtures that are explosion-proof. We had 7 emergency call-outs during April. We used up our allowance for our 3 high flow alarms on the 14th and on the 15th of April. And then out of the 4 billable alarms, they all but one, I believe, were a high flow alarm. They were all high flow alarms. We had a lot of rain that month. Our average flow was 252,000 gallons a day with a max daily flow of 683,000 gallons on one day. We did have the bottom part of the grid room where it goes down the stairs. We had so much water coming in at one time, it did back up a little bit, didn't get out of it. There was no sanitary sewer overflow or anything. Since this report has been written, we've had the influent flow meter replaced. The old one, the original one for the plant, it quit reading correctly. Got it approved and they installed a new one. Can you think of anything else?
I imagine in your next month's report, you talk about having land application.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, all the land applying that was done of that nature. We did get land applied, they applied on Pit Road again. Somewhere over here. Does anybody have any questions for me? And again, I apologize for this, I feel goofy. I called Steve that following Tuesday morning, I'm like, oh no.
Not to worry.
That's it then?
Did you want to address the what not to flush?
Oh yes, I'm gonna be drafting a letter. They can use it if they want or make changes to it. Me and Ed spoke. He's had some sewer issues with people putting things down the sewer and clogging up the sewer mains. He asked me if I would get with Michelle or Becky or whoever and maybe put it in when you send your CCR out, Consumer Confidence Report for Water, put something in there. Oh, we did, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the next water bill.
Well, we've had that on the bottom of the water bills for, I don't know, for a while.
Maybe we should send a different attachment or.
Yeah, a separate sheet.
Or maybe.
Because it's not working. The
Picture
newest thing
show.
they're doing over at Colonial Street lift station is people are using them Clorox wands and they're throwing flushing the actual cleaning part right down the toilet.
Oh, just plastic.
That's just plastic.
Nothing but
Yeah.
toilet paper goes down the toilet or your
Even if it says it's flushable, it's not.
It causes a lot of issues and in turn it winds up costing the taxpayers money as it wrecks infrastructure and equipment that's got to be paid for when it breaks.
We do have it on the website. We have it on, I actually have a section on there that says to flush or not to flush, so it tells you what not to flush, but we don't have the plastic things on there, because I thought that was self-explanatory, but maybe we'll add it.
Those even go down the toilet?
You'd be amazed at what's getting down the toilet. I don't know how they don't plug their drains up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you would think they would plug it up.
That and the shop towels have been coming in bad lately.
Yeah.
I have an idea where they're coming from, so.
Well, didn't you say you had some actual mop heads? that
Yeah,
came
some
through?
mop heads that came through.
I can't
That can't be a
imagine.
residence. I don't see how a residence.
Yes, I would be afraid to plug my toilet, you know?
It's gotta be a dust school while we're in school or
Well.
something. Yeah, mop it.
Anyways, so that's, I mean, we'll be addressing it again, you know? I mean, I thought we did everything we were supposed to do, but.
You know, maybe rather than focusing on things that you're not supposed to flush, and this you can flush that.
Toilet paper only.
Just like Chris just said.
Yeah,
You know,
just
human
toilet
waste
paper.
and toilet paper, that's the
Yeah,
only thing.
that's the only thing that can go down.
Well, so many of these products say flushable.
They do.
They
They
do,
are
they're not-
flushable,
yeah.
but They don't,
But they're not
stuff gets
dissolvable.
down to our plant so fast,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a chance to break up at all.
Well, if you live where you have your own septic field, it's like then it has time to degrade. It's like here, it doesn't. So it's different. It might be flushable for somebody that lives out in the country, but it is not flushable for somebody that lives here.
No, and again, it
So-
costs us, the taxpayers, money. So-
I know from experience at the nursing home, because we had to clean out the drains more than once, is that residents would throw down the wipes. You
Yeah.
know, those wipes plug up.
Well, Chris and I had that conversation today because a lot of, maybe older people or people that are taking care of older people see flushable and think they're
Yeah.
flushable, and they are, but not here, not in a municipal system.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
I'm
you.
gonna have Stuart attending the next council meeting. I've got training up in Boyne that Sunday through that Wednesday.
oh, that's
So
well.
I will not, it's not fun, believe me. Sitting in classes 8 hours a day. It's
Yeah,
not-
but you're in Boyne.
Yeah, that's true. I was bored out of my mind last year when I went, so.
You know, we need somebody to carry your suitcase, I can go that far.
Sure, you can go.
Petoskey.
Gotta have somebody to
Yeah,
talk
Boyne's
to.
really close to Petoskey. You cannot be bored there.
Yeah, okay, fine, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
You guys have a great evening. Steve, I'll be in touch with you on things. I'll go on
Okay.
tomorrow, and then I'll be back Thursday.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Again, I apologize for
Sam,
Messing up.
your turn, please.
Okay, I have a parks report. Armada Jam season starts this week on Wednesday, June 13th. We have 9 shows between now and August 8th. Flyers are out and about in town. I created an event on Facebook for each concert, and it's on its own Armada Jam's Facebook page. It's also on the I Love Armada Facebook page. If there's any reason that it needs to be canceled, I will post in those 2 places. But really, unless it's been raining all day, there'll be a concert. Potluck is in the park is the 4th of July holiday, which is actually on the 4th this year. So this happened one other time several years ago. We have pretty good attendance because it's in the middle of the week. People haven't really left yet. So come on out to the park. We have hot dogs and condiments and things. I have flat pans, and I can fill them with ice and put them out on the table, so there'll be a way to keep food cold there. We don't have to worry about that. The porta potty should be here this week. I made my unique sign application to the planning commission earlier this year, and they approved it, so the banners are going up on the fence tomorrow. Yep, these are, I'd want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the community for support, and these are the list of sponsors that we have this year. We have Ackett's, the Armada Fair, Armada Health Mart, Consumers Energy, Delecki Welding, Duncan Insurance, Grunwald Family Dentistry, KO Studios, Kraus Veterinary Clinic, Lakestone Bank and Trust, Larry's Automotive, Lick's Ice Cream Shop, Main Street Chiropractic, Mobile Express, Papa's Family Restaurant, Rural Professional Services, South End Car Wash, Vinkner's, and Yowie Enterprises. So thanks very much to those people. They make the program.
Thank you.
See you in the park.
Thank you, Sam.
I have something real quick for the police. I just want to let everyone know you'll be seeing it coming through. One of the radios in one of the cars is not working really well. It keeps cutting out and everything. So Chief is working on getting us a couple quotes on a new radio box and a radio for one of the cars. They haven't been replaced in a really long time. He's also going to check into salvage title can cover the cost of that since it's needed to radio in the numbers and everything. So just give everyone a heads up.
Very good.
I just wanted, I told most of you, so I'm going to say it here. Ed sent out 3 requests for quotes for the roofs. So hopefully the next meeting we'll have them back and we can award once we get the roofs done.
Okay, verbally, I did tell somebody else also
Did you?
about it.
Okay, well,
Another
I'll
contractor.
send it in.
If he sends one in, that's fine. Excuse me. Mike, do you have anything in the planning commission at all?
No, this is the meeting, we had another meeting, I think all the minutes were there.
Yep, there.
Yeah, right. General business, and we're going to go to the consent agenda. What is approval of the regular council meeting minutes of May 21st and the payment of bills? What is the council's wishes, please?
Mr. President, I resolve to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Sherry, are you abstaining from minutes?
No, I was here.
Were you here?
I was here.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
That's, I'm so sorry.
It was the one
That's
before
okay.
that.
It was the one before that.
It was
Yeah.
one before it.
Aging
brain. Keep saying
fine.
it.
Old business, the sewer plant update, something in that,
Yeah, well, talk about the meeting we had last week with Karen and Dennis Ryan. Marv kind of prodded me and Joe along to get things in line so we don't lose any more time with any funding or anything at the SRF loan and such to get moving on. And Dennis kind of laid out these steps that we've got to go through. We've got to get our engineer, so we've got to send out information of what we're looking for to engineers, and we're going to have a facilitator do this. They handle everything, and then we will pick our engineer. And in talks with Dennis, you know, we were talking about, I think the loan could have been for like, what was it, 2.3 or 2.4 million dollars altogether. And what Dennis came up with, he'd be happy to see us spend at least $1 million on the plant itself. He's not as concerned about the sewer lines, because if the plant's not running properly, nothing's running properly. So he'd rather see us do the money for the plant, which I hoped all along to do the majority of the monies on the plant. So again, we're trying to get all of our ducks in a row here and keep on a timeline so we can get this done. Did I miss anything, Joe?
Well, kind of the outside on the SRF bond would be 1.3 million. So as soon as we've identified what we want to spend that money on and get completed, then I'll get with bond counsel and get a rate schedule and amortization so that we know what we're going to be putting on water bills.
I mean, none of us want to pay more money, but it's something we've got to do. The plant has hit its life expectancy, and a lot of the items should have been replaced long ago. So, and you see every other week that something's got to be purchased or something's got to be fixed.
Steve, does the engineer then design the repairs or rehab of the plant?
Mm-hmm.
And then do they help bid it out?
Yeah, they'll be all part of that. And then also, it'll go back to the DEQ. They will take a look at it.
Okay.
Kind of give it their blessing as, yeah, this is the right thing to do at the right time. So we have to prioritize. Like right now, we're with the grit building, with that screen we're having redone, that's at the headworks. So the most that you can do right there, it eliminates a lot of the problems further down the line. So we have to look at other stuff like that and kind of work our way through the plant. What's the next best thing, and then next and next to work on.
What's the timeline where we're gonna be here? Like Joe said 1.3 million.
Yeah, we're looking at fourth quarter 19 funding.
Did you get it on?
Fourth quarter when?
19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah.
Who's the facilitator?
It was a recommendation from the DEQ, Dennis Ryan specifically.
Oh, he's got,
He recommends.
That we use
so
a
he's to
facilitator.
recommend what engineering firm we use?
No, it's gonna be up to us, it's up to us. He recommended this facilitator, and
She'll
they-
put the draft together for the bid for the engineer,
Is
because
that
we
who
can't.
else was at the meeting with you? His
No.
the person he's got facilitating?
No, he mentioned this, and then he gave us a name, and Joe talked to her one day, and then a couple days later, both Joe and I talked.
I thought she was going to facilitate finding a facilitator.
No,
She is a facilitator.
Have you projected, Joe, what the cost impact will be for residents at all? You know how you do it?
The bond council will do the rate methodology.
What is that, a 20-year loan?
Yes.
So that's all I had.
Very good. Thanks, Steve. New business and bank account transfers agreements with Fifth Third Bank. Joe, you want to address that, please?
Yeah, the two documents that you have are in association with the things that you gave me the resolutions to do, transferring the funds from one bank to Fifth Third. So these two documents, one gives me online channel access to do the banking online, and the other is a treasury management agreement, which spells out specifically what I will be doing to make the deposits and what I'm responsible for. So the bank requires that these be signed by the two of the major signers, which would be Michelle and myself, and there's actually space for a third, which would be Mark, and then I need to name all four signers, which would be myself, Michelle, Mark, and Dave. So it's in line with the resolution that we did some time ago. And we are in the process. There will be more documents to come because we'll have the bank signer sheets for each and every account. So we've got like 20, 30 more documents that will be coming to sign. And at that point, all of our product will be ordered, our checks, our deposit tickets, our bank stamps, that kind of stuff. And once they come, then it's a straight shot. We'll just move it all over.
We didn't know if we needed a motion for this or not. We just prepared one just in case we did. It doesn't.
Right. That's what I
think
That's what we figured. It's just because you've already given permission for her to do this.
Mr.
It's just a
President?
sign.
Yeah.
I was out to allow the treasurer and clerk to sign the treasury management agreement and the online channel access agreement between the Village of Armada and Fifth Third Bank.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion?
It's just you and I, Joe. There's nothing. Did you say Mark had to sign one?
There's places for three. It says that if it requires by resolution to have three of
So
them.
should we put
So,
treasurer, clerk, and president?
at this
Is
time.
that
'Cause
okay?
We'll sign all three.
That's fine. And how about Dave at a later date?
Dave, no, he won't have to
That's
sign.
later.
I'm just listing the signers
For
on
this
these
one.
Okay,
documents.
for
not
this
the
one,
bottom,
that's fine.
'cause we do have four.
Okay, very good. So, all in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Next is the up and coming agenda items. Council have any?
Oh, the light pole flags.
Yeah, the banners.
Yes, we'll put that on for sure.
I have one salvage title update. I wanted to get an update from Jeff and from the accountant if they looked at the new verbiage and wording for the new salvage title because it goes into effect July 1st.
They did.
I want to make sure that we can, just for the next meeting, if we can just get an update for Chief so he knows how to go accordingly to make sure he's still in compliance.
Michelle and Joe and Becky have all sent me material. I've looked it over, so I'll be happy to chime in.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Well, is that for our first meeting in July, or is that for, if you're chiming in, you're not gonna be at our second meeting?
Right. And we would start pulling from it on July 1st, salaries if we can.
I mean, I can talk to Michelle and Chief,
Yeah, that's fine.
and they can let council
Perfect.
know, but
Yeah,
we've already had, like I said, we've already had some preliminary discussions about it.
perfect. Thank you.
But if he needs that radio, I think it's so important.
Oh, yeah, that's
You get
it.
the thing
I was
immediately.
giving you guys an update. I think it's even within my realm of being able to approve it, but I just wanted to give you guys an update before.
Yeah, I
He's
think
getting
it is.
he's getting a couple different bids. He thinks there's only two different people that do it, so he's getting those together.
Yeah, that should be within your,
Correct. Yeah.
all right, so, back to citizen comments.
No citizens.
Oh, yes, we have
We have
Bonnie and
two.
Larry here. Yeah. They're important, they come to every meeting. You don't have any comments, Bonnie and Larry? Good, okay. Next is council comments. Council have any?
See you in the park.
Okay, that's next Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
This Wednesday, well, that's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
School is out for summer. Friday was their last half day. And then they start back. Tiger Days is August, the Monday and Tuesday. I think it's the 25th and 26th or 26th and 27th of August is Tiger Days. And the kids start the day after Labor Day back to school.
Boo.
I'm not talking about it yet.
Do we have any community events to be announced?
Concerts in the park.
Just concerts in the park,
If
Sam?
you have not gone, please go. It's a beautiful, fun night. Every one of them, they're all awesome.
For many years, I had people say, well, we need to get some of our students in the park. We need to have the students in the park. So the opening concert every year has been a high school chorale group, which is an audition group. So
And they're awesome.
yeah, come on and come and look.
And it's a fun thing for the whole family. That's what I like best.
Yeah.
See everybody there with all the little kids and everybody's having a good time. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a fun thing.
It's a good event.
What
Very
time does it
good.
start?
7 to 8:30.
We don't have a closed session tonight, and it's proper and fitting to have adjournment.
The time is 7:31. I make the motion to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.